All right, here are 3 video content predictions for 2025. So first is AI. AI has been everywhere lately, especially on my feeds, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. It's everywhere. I can't get away from it. It's here to stay. Embrace it. I know some of you might not like it, but it is what it is. This reminds me of Canva in its earlier days when it started to get adopted by pretty much everybody. I started to use it. Colleagues started to use it. People in all sorts of niches started to use Canva. Why? Because it was free. It was graphic design democratized for the masses. And this is great. But over time, the effect that it had was a lot of the same designs, a lot of the same templates being used without even like changing anything. I started to see, it actually got to a point where I started to see templates that I knew were on Canva that people weren't changing. And that's not like a bad thing, but it went to show that people just started to use this as a big crutch to get through, just to get by, to do the bare minimum to put some graphics out there. And one specific use case that I think about with AI in businesses is using AI not so much as to create all this like a commercial per se, but as more so to create stock B-roll or footage or photography that they can use to overlay on templates that they're using or whatever the case, because it's affordable. And a lot of times these things are very low cost and some can be free even, you know, and that's what I see for AI down the line. But for now, it's here to stay. Let's move on to number 2. Next is short form content. Short form is not going anywhere. Vertical is here to stay for as long as we have vertical phones to look at. I even had a friend say that he thinks we're gonna have vertical TVs in living rooms and that's gonna be a mainstream thing. Who knows? That's kind of out there. But the format needs to evolve and it's going to evolve because again, like with Canva, with AI, it's a lot of the same stuff. Once people catch on to something, then everyone else is doing it. And once that happens, it's time to innovate. But when it's happening so rapidly, you really need to stay on top of it and be very intentional with how you are producing your short form content. Sure, phone stuff works. Sure, it doesn't take much time. I get it. Sometimes things are just a very low effort. Hey, this is something funny, or hey, this is something that I just want to put out into the world. I don't have time for a setup. I don't have time for XYZ. That's fine. I get it. Do it. And you should do it, but it should be part of an overall strategy. It shouldn't be your only thing. Because of the nature of short form content, it's meant to be quickly consumed and it's there in your face for 30, 60 seconds at most, and then off it goes into wherever, right? You don't see it ever again unless it's a very popular trend, a very popular video that gets reposted quite a bit. Now, I do see businesses and brands using short form to communicate their message. However, because of what's out there that it all looks the same, they are going to want to be distinct visually, emotionally. They're going to want to connect with the audiences in a deeper level and also make their videos look, quite honestly, visually appealing, more visually appealing. So we might start to see a lot of content creators, a lot of businesses adapting to that medium in a way that's higher quality, both visually and content-wise. Now, last but not least, we're going to start to see a rise in branded, story-driven content across all platforms. I believe audiences crave connection. They crave really good stories paired with really good visuals. Sometimes you get one and sometimes you get the other, but when you do both, you get a really powerful combo there. Now, as I said with AI and Canva and short form, this space, video marketing, is already plenty saturated. So what are brands gonna do? Are they going to keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting the same result? No, that's literally insane, right? What I see happening is content creators, businesses, brands from all niches embracing a story-driven approach to how they market themselves, to how they tell stories, to how they communicate their messages, their initiatives, how they sell online. And with that, some will opt to have that beautiful pairing of visuals, high-quality visuals, and a really great story. And those that do so are going to have such a bigger impact. They're going to be able to distinguish themselves a lot more and a lot better than the competition around them, and they're going to rise to the top. So in 2025, it's going to come down to standing out. However you do it, whether you embrace beautiful visuals and incredible storytelling abilities and you pair them and you just go after it, or it's one or the other, or using AI to help you get started with video, whatever the thing is that you're doing, make it great, make it excellent, go all in and do it over and over and over again, because one or two videos is not going to cut it. So How are you going to send out in 2025?